Kramer, Senior Lecturer of Entrepreneurship at Vinh University in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I am the host of Asian Founders and Funders. Today's guest is Patrick Kim, founder CEO of Tech Valley Vietnam. Patrick, welcome.
Thank you for inviting me. My name is Patrick. I'm the founder and the CEO of the Tech Valley Global, especially in Vietnam and Korea.
Wonderful. So great to have you. So Patrick, tell us, what is Tech Valley and why did you start it?
Okay. So I started this business since the March 2024, this year. It's not, it's a very new company. But I came to the Vietnam since 2013, over 11 years ago. I found some interesting business in Vietnam over the 10 years. That is, the customer, especially the foreign company, needed some service from the Vietnam company, such as internet and telecommunication or HR, human resource kind of things. So we are providing the service, consultancy service to the foreign company inside Vietnam and outside the Vietnam. So we are providing some, what is the consulting service? It's a GTM, global market strategy, to who is targeting the foreign company to enter into the Vietnam. So business is very diverse. We are providing the IT service, IT consulting service, and the GTM strategy, and some Vietnam service like Vietnam Cloud, Vietnam infrastructure, and data center service too.
So Patrick, before we go into the business, tell us a little bit about your background, about how you got to where you're at right now.
Yeah. I came to the Vietnam in 2013. At that time, I was a company man working with Vietnam telecommunication company like Viettel, and TV networks like BTV and HTV broadcaster. So at that time, my previous company provided IT software development and the cloud service to the Vietnam company. But over the 7 years experience in this industry, I think differently. Okay, I can provide this Vietnamese service to the overseas company, because every foreign company needs some Vietnam essential service, like, for example, internet, 5G network, and mobile service, and HR service. So I think reverse. Okay, so this year I established the company to provide Vietnam service to overseas. That's the expert inside of the Vietnam. So yeah, it's a very interesting service.
And do you come from a family of entrepreneurs? I mean, are your parents entrepreneurs, or are you the first in your family?
Yeah, so my father established a company in China in 1994, after the Korea and China established deployed ties. At the time, my father's established a factory in China, the first Korean company to establish factory in China. At the time, I was in China, maybe 20 years ago, 25 years ago. So my family also have some business overseas, and I have some similar DNA. And I came to the Vietnam 10 years ago. I established my company this year.
What did you learn from your dad being an entrepreneur that's helped you with your own company?
So very interesting is my father established the factory in China in 1994. At the time, and now the China is the communist country, is very, very restrictive in terms of business, trade, and political things. And I came to the Vietnam 10 years ago. I established the company, IT company, not factory, but the business and the political situation is very similar because this is a socialism country. So there is a lot of the restriction and different thing compared to the developed company. So we are start from the scratch, but we run the I can run the political and the cultural difference between this country and my home country, Korea.
Very nice. And you developing IT services here in Vietnam, and you're selling both to companies in Vietnam and abroad, correct?
Yes, right. Yeah.
And so, how do you compete with India, which has always been like the name brand in this space, right? Like in America, and many foreign countries, when they think of IT consulting services and hiring people from abroad, they always think of India
Mm-hmm.
first. How do you compete with that image for people and change their line of thinking to thinking about Vietnam? And why did you pick Vietnam to start this, to open up a branch here?
Okay, so nowadays, compared to the India, the political and economic ties between the Korea and Vietnam is very strong, and most Korean company enter into the Vietnam to establish factory and establish IT R&D center. So we also have a export and imports is growing between two countries. But moreover, the most important thing is India is a little different with a Korean company because we are more familiar with the Vietnam company because we have a very similar culture and history. So now in Vietnam, there is many Korean people, Korean company, and especially we are thinking Vietnam as our Korea target market, and at the same time, this is our the resource of the human resource because we can bring the Vietnamese IT skilled workers to the Korea. But compared to the India, India is targeting global, Europe and America, but Korea and Vietnam, we establish a Samsung factory and we establish a factory and we establish a data center in Vietnam. So we have a more ecosystem and we can use the leverage between two countries.
And when you were looking to let people know that your service exists, how are you building your brand here in Vietnam? What is your marketing strategy and what tactics are you using?
Okay, so I'm totally targeting B2B business. And because I'm still early stage of the startup, I promoting my brand through the digital marketing and social marketing. But the branding is important, but to promote my company's image and awareness to the companies, the customer and prospective, I use the seminar and webinar online, offline, because I cannot reach out to every customer in Vietnam, in Korea, across the world. So using my seminar, I write some IT column and publish it to the Korea Embassy, Korea Kocham, and the LinkedIn kind of things. They subscribe my article periodically, every 2 weeks kind of things. I have some subscriber. So using the digital, I promote my company's brand. And over 10 years, the experience in Vietnam, I connected most of Korean company and some of the China, Singapore, and Japanese company. So that is my personal and business network.
And what kind of people do you look to hire? Like, what's the profile of the employees that you look for in terms of mindset and even skills?
Yeah, especially I look for some young Vietnamese the people who has a can-do spirit and a lot of their slave attitude. Because I think it's rather than the skill, the attitude and the willingness is more important. Because our business is a new business, and we didn't expect the future business, but finding business and do some everything and go through the trial and error is very important, because we cannot predict this market.
And what do you like most about being an entrepreneur? What's the parts you like about it, and what's the most challenging parts?
Yeah, because we cannot predict the market, so I think the entrepreneur have some skill and sense of the predict the market, and take a responsibility what he and she predict and decided. And that is very important for the entrepreneurs, and the entrepreneur need to motivate not only his team but also himself to promote their business. Yeah.
What's your leadership style? Somebody were to say to us, what's Patrick like to work for? What's your leadership style when you work with people?
Yeah. Yeah, my work style is like I just roll up my sleeve and do everything by myself. But that doesn't mean that I do it everything by myself alone. Alone. I always emphasize cooperation together. And but I should be the leader. I have to show I can handle everything by myself, and I also can cooperate with the team together.
And why Vietnam did you choose to do this? Like, what do you see as the future of Vietnam? Is Vietnam, in your mind, on the rise, that there's going to be lots of economic opportunity here? And if so, why?
I chose the Vietnam 10 years ago because I think the Southeast Asia is the market will grow in the futures. But I choose 3 countries in Southeast market. One is Vietnam, Indonesia, and Thailand. So 10 years ago, I experienced the Vietnam infrastructure, IT infrastructure, and the mobile infrastructure is growing so fast. But nowadays in Vietnam, is a center of the IT in Asia, because the Vietnam has the abundance of the skilled IT worker, and the Vietnam government is promoting the data center and cloud business. And also Vietnam has their own AI the platform, such as the AI, the LLM, large language model, is developed by the Vietnam Unicorn company and the Vietnam Telecom company. So I think in future after 10 years, Vietnam can be the center of the Asia. And I think because of their abundance, the young skilled, the people, this will be the growing center of the Asia, because many developed companies are dependent on the Asian company like Vietnam, Indonesia, and Thailand, because of their skilled worker and the young power.
And how do you keep customers from going on to someone else? I mean, you can only do so much with price. What's your customer retention strategy?
Retention strategy is very important, and that is a good question. But the problem is I cannot see and meet every customer, prospective and partners regular base, because time strain and kind of things. So I keep in touch with them through the digital, and I regularly, periodically publish my IT article. So they subscribe my article, and I regularly do the online seminar, offline seminar, and online webinar. And that's the things I update my business, and I keep in touch with them.
So how is artificial intelligence, how is your company using artificial intelligence, and where do you see it going in terms of companies utilizing it, and how's that going to affect your business?
Yeah, AI is very important business model from my company because we are providing two type of AI service. The first is AI education and testing service to the university student. We are holding the hackathon program, testing AI capacity to the Vietnam University student. For example, 2 months ago, we did a AI IT hackathon to Vietnam, the Ho Chi Minh City University, Don Tuc Cang University, and 150 students applied for that. So we test their AI skill and we connect them to the Korea and overseas IT company, enterprise company. So that is connecting the skilled AI students to the enterprise, our first business model. And second is we are providing AI cloud infrastructures using the AI computing cloud such as NVIDIA GPU. We are working together with the Vietnam telecom company such as the CMC Telecom and Viettel and VNG, the tech unicorn. And so that is infrastructure service. So one of our customer who is providing X-ray, MRI image using the AI, they are using this kind of AI clouding service from us.
Where do you see are the best opportunities for college graduates over the next 5 years? What degrees are going to be really needed, especially in IT? What skills are going to be needed?
Yeah, considering their IT skill, the past 5 years, the IT, the majors grow so fast, but 5 years ago, they are just focusing on the software coding kind of things. But nowadays, they are more focused on the AI, data science, and some more into some advanced technology. So now I think their IT school, university kind of things, they are targeting global standard, not just for the IT low level, entry level the developments. So I think nowadays in AI era, we cannot expect who will be which country will be the dominant in the IT field. So the past 5 years, 10 years ago, India was dominant in the global outsourcing country, but now I think in Vietnam, the IT skill will be not only providing the IT outsourcing, but also they will provide some creative IT service to the targeting the global.
And what opportunities do you see for entrepreneurs? And it can be any field because your field is going to be supporting almost every type of business, right? So where do you see the greatest entrepreneurial opportunities in Vietnam?
Yeah, so yeah, I think I'm I started my business 88 months ago, so I cannot confirm. I can tell what type of entrepreneur will be the good in Vietnam. But I think we have to try everything from the new because many startup entrepreneur in Korea, they want to enter into the Vietnam and they think they target the market. They plan a lot. They have a platform. They have a good success story in Korea, but the Vietnam is totally different. The GDP is different, and the market is comparative compared to the other countries. So we have to think about as the way of the Vietnamese people. So I think entrepreneur, the first thing is that they have to understand the Vietnam, the culture and business and politics, and then we have to study the market. Even if we have a good platform and service, we have to make this platform to make this. We need some the PMF strategy, product market fit strategy, and we have to do that on POC, and we have to make some viable product in Vietnam, not just target the global market. So that should be the globalized and localized product strategy in Vietnam.
And over the next 5 years, are you looking to not just provide services? Are you also looking to develop products as well, or strictly stay to services?
Yeah, so that's the plan in next year, indeed. The first thing is we have two type of platforms. So the first platform is we are already providing this platform, the IT test and education platform. We are providing IT coding test program to the university. So I'm contacting with some Vietnam university, and they use our platform to evaluate the IT student to the capability of the coding and software development kind of things. That's the education platform. And the second is we are developing the cloud management platforms. That means we can provide diverse multiple cloud, Vietnam multiple cloud, and we are targeting overseas country like Singapore, Korea, Japan, and China. So this is the integrate Vietnam cloud management platform service. We will launch the first quarter next year. Not after 5 years. Yeah.
So for yourself, is there any entrepreneurs that you had admired and you kind of pattern yourself after?
Yes. So I respect a lot of the entrepreneurs, but I think the first I respect the entrepreneur is my father, because he established his own business 25 years ago in China. That was the first generation of the Korean company enter into the China market, despite of the China's strong restriction and the government led the red tape kind of things. So I targeting the different market and the untapped market, like and I also after not only Vietnam, I just want to advance to the other Southeast Asian market like Cambodia and Myanmar. So I learned the business from the young age. My father's business. So the first thing there is a lot of great entrepreneur like in the global company, but I learned the lesson from my father's, from my young age.
Patrick, how old are you now?
I'm I'm 47 years old. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I would never guess 47 years old. I actually thought you were in your late 30s.
Thanks so much.
Congrats. Now, are you married with children?
Yeah, I have 2 daughters and a wife. My daughter, the first daughter is 17 years old. She is studying in Vietnam. And the second daughter is 13 years old. We came to our family came to the Vietnam 11 years ago. And my daughters, 2 daughters enter into the Vietnam school from the young age. Yeah.
And how do you balance work life? I mean, it sounds to me like you're really busy trying to build a big organization throughout Southeast Asia. How are you managing work-life balance so you spend time with your wife and your daughters?
Yeah, that's the hardest hard things for me to balance my business and family life. Especially I travel a lot. Every by weeks I travel to the Ho Chi Minh City and others Vietnam and overseas. So nowadays I don't have much time to spend time with the family. But when I came to the Vietnam together with my family 10 years ago, we enjoyed Vietnam a lot. We travel a lot, and I participate some the school activity together. But nowadays, time restriction, I cannot do everything, spend time with the family, but I sometimes go to my my daughter's school, and I also participate some the parents lecture kind of things, and I still join the school activity together, and my daughters sometimes go to the school the school trip to the overseas like Singapore and Thailand. I also join together. Yeah.
So do aspiring entrepreneurs, people who would like to be entrepreneurs, how many hours a week can they expect to work?
Yeah, the people say that I'm the workaholic, especially I get up, wake up 5 a.m. and
As I
in the
do, the same.
yeah, yeah, you may understand because we can focus on the work in a short time. So from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. I almost finished my all the work in my home, and I go to office and I meet a customer. So during the daytime, I spend most of the time to meet my customer and do my seminar or webinar. And after I come back to home, 7 or 8 p.m., I summarize my business, daily work kind of things. So I think I go to sleep 11 and 12, 8, 12. But I try to balance my work and my life, physical health kind of things. So I also do the exercise, take an exercise daily basis, 1 hour or 2 hours. And also I do some activity with swimming together with my daughters and take a walk, something together. So I try my best to make balance between work and my life.
Would you say you spend about 12 to 14 hours a day working?
Yes, right. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
6, 7
People
days a
worry
week?
about, yeah. I normally, yeah. And during the weekend, I spend my time to the writing article and make some presentation to some online subscribers and yeah.
What made you run so many hackathons to identify talent? How did you come up with that idea? And what do they get if they win your hackathon?
Yes, so the beginning is I got some requests from the Korean university, and Korean university want to make us some connection with the Vietnamese Vietnam the university because they want to exchange the class and the student together. So that's the starting point. I contact the Vietnamese university in Ho Chi Minh City, especially Tech University. When I contact the faculty of the university, the needs from the Vietnamese university, they want to they have some requirements and they have some pain points because the IT school university there's many students is entering to their class, but there is a lack of the hands-on skill class kind of thing. So I talked with some partner in Korea, and I talked with some engineer in my company. So I decided to provide some the IT education service and IT test service using some the well-known proven platform. So after that, I decided that I discussed with the university faculty to hold some hackathon, and I got some donation from the Korean enterprise and Korean government agency. So that's the starting point. I started the hackathon program. Now I extend my hackathon program to the enterprise who need IT skilled workers. So I connecting university and enterprise through the hackathon program.
Is there any books on entrepreneurship or podcast or anybody you read or things that you read that have helped you become a successful entrepreneur?
Yes, for the entrepreneurships, I read some book regular basis, but I regularly listen to YouTube. YouTube have a lot of contents about the entrepreneurship. The previously past, I read books like the Apple, Microsoft, and kind of things. But nowadays, I use the YouTube. YouTube has every contents. I can look it up every time. So yeah, that is very good platform for us.
Patrick, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today. It sounds like you really have a great business that you're growing, that you're going to make a difference in Vietnam and in Asia as a whole. And there's going to be much more opportunity for a variety of different types of students who are graduating, so they don't have to leave Vietnam to find jobs. You and people like yourself are going to create the jobs here to stop the 70% brain drain that's been happening. So thanks for taking the time and telling us about your company.
Okay, thank you for inviting me and having a time with me, so I can update more my company's the news and activities through my channel, YouTube channel, and my the IT blog. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.